everyone, it's Unique from Unique AI, and today I'm going to be talking about why employees abuse AI systems. So let's get into it. There's something happening inside your organization right now and you probably don't see it. Your employees are using AI tools you didn't approve. They're uploading data you didn't intend and making decisions you can't fully explain. And they're doing that not because they're careless, although that's arguable, or even because they're trying to break the rules, but because your system is designed in a way that makes misuse the easiest option. AI misuse in organizations isn't random. It follows a very predictable pattern, and three things drive it: friction, convenience, invisibility. So let's talk about friction. If your approved process is slow, complicated, or unclear, people will go around it because no one is going to wait 2 weeks for approval when they can get an answer in 10 seconds. Second, convenience. AI tools are fast, they're easy, they feel helpful. So when an employee is under pressure, they're not thinking about governance. They're thinking about what they need to get done. And third, invisibility. Most organizations cannot actually see how AI is being used day to day, so the behavior continues unchecked. So when you put these three things together, you don't get occasional misuse. You get normalized behavior that slowly becomes the norm. And then when that happens, it's not just a people problem, it's a governance failure. And this is where we bring in CLEAR. Because without CLEAR, those 5 layers start to break down. So let's talk about clarity. If clarity is missing, employees don't know where AI is allowed, what data is safe, or what decisions are high risk. So they start to make assumptions. Then we talk about legal and risk alignment, which becomes weak. Policies exist, but they're disconnected from how work actually happens. So people don't apply them in real time. Then you get enablement, which becomes broken, which is a big one because if you don't give people safe, approved tools that actually work, they will find their own. And when they do, governance is no longer part of that decision. Then we have accountability, which becomes unclear because no one owns the AI supported process. So when something goes wrong, it's the model did it. The vendor said it was fine. Now you have no defensible position. And lastly, responsible execution doesn't exist because there's no monitoring, no logging, no review over time. So the system evolves and risk grows quietly in the background. And this is how organizations end up exposed without realizing it. So what actually works? Right, so bans don't work, fear doesn't work, not long policies that no one reads. Really, 4 things are needed to change behavior. First, policy clarity. Be clear about what is allowed, what is not, and why. Don't have legal right to a document, have it in real language that people use. If someone has to interpret your policy under pressure, it's already failed. Second, competitive alternatives. Your approved tools have to be easier than the risky ones. If your employees can get better results faster somewhere else, they will go there. Enablement is not optional, it's the control. Third, technical controls. You need visibility. That means knowing what tools are being used, what data is being shared, and where risk is increasing. You don't want to block everything, but you have to understand their reality. And fourth, proportional enforcement, because not every misuse is the same. You need consequences that match the behavior and that are applied consistently. Because if nothing happens when policies are ignored, they stop being policies. So let me give you a real example. I worked with an organization that was dealing with this exact issues. Employees were using external AI tools to speed up client work. They were uploading sensitive data, there was no visibility, there was no controls, And the company's initial reaction was to block everything. But that didn't work because people just found new ways around it. So we changed the approach. We clarified what was allowed. We introduced approved tools that actually met business needs. We implemented monitoring, not to punish, but to understand usage. And we assigned real ownership for AI-supported processes. Within 3 months, behavior shifted. Not because people were forced, but because the system made the right behavior easier. So here's the reality. You cannot design governance against human nature and expect it to work. If your system makes misuse easier than compliance, then misuse is going to win every time. The goal isn't control, it's alignment. So design your AI environment so the safest option is also the easiest one.